Facebook is certainly not making many friends because its stock continues to tumble. In May, the initial public offering was $38. It finished that day up slightly, but the next week it dropped to $27. Yesterday, it dipped below $20 for the first time. It closed at $19.05. For the week, it was down 13%. Since May, Facebook has lost 50% of its IPO price. And David Kirkpatrick is a tech journalist and author of The Facebook Effect. He joins us now. Great to have you with us.
Good to be here, Rebecca.
So people are looking now at the boy wonder in the hoodie, Mark Zuckerberg. He's at the helm of this organization. And some are now asking, does he need to go?
Well, he doesn't need to go. I think that would be really a radical critique that I would not even come close to making. He created this whole thing, and it's still growing like crazy as a business. You know, the stock performance is another issue entirely. But the fact that the stock is at literally exactly half the IPO, which was just a couple months ago, that's really bad news for them.
Did anyone expect it to fall so far, so fast? I mean, is this just beyond what anyone imagined for this stock?
There were some people that imagined it, but not very many. Even the most pessimistic Wall Street analysts had it, maybe going down into the 20s. But there was this one guy, I think, in Azerbaijan, who was a security analyst. Did you see? He predicted 20, and he's like the closest analyst, and he was in the middle of Central Asia.
I want the rest of his stock tips.
But he now says it's a buy, and I actually think it is a buy right now.
And that's because there's a business here that you think people are overlooking?
Oh, my gosh, yes. There's a huge business. This company has dominance in a massive new communications medium. It's kind of a monopoly. It's a global business. They have 1 billion users. And, they haven't even begun really to explore all the ways that you can monetize, as they say, by selling advertising and other things.
From a PR standpoint, does somebody have to take the fall for this and be out of the company in order for investors to come back?
I don't think so, but I do think what they have to do is really prove to investors that somehow they're taking this really seriously. And I don't think they have been as public as they ought to be. I don't think Zuckerberg has spoken about it in public at all, saying we realize, we owe a lot to our investors. We're going to do everything we can to get values up and show that this company is going to be a good business. Because people are obviously not convinced.
I read that Zuckerberg the other day did give a little pep talk to his employees.
Right.
And I wonder, is that a problem that he has now in terms of keeping and recruiting talent?
Seriously, especially keeping. I mean, the people that are there, many of them have arrived in the last year and a half. All of those people are underwater on their options, meaning their options they got are at a strike price higher than the stock is currently trading at. So they don't really necessarily have any prospect of making money from the stock. Recruiting is actually, I think, easier now because he can say, OK, we'll give you options at 19. And that really is a good likelihood for someone to make money. I do think I would buy it now if I wasn't a journalist covering the company. I really do believe that Facebook stock is going to go a lot higher than 19. How soon? I don't know, and it could go lower first.
One last question. Apple yesterday hit an all-time high, same day as Facebook hits its all-time low. Does that say anything to you about the future of technology and where we perceive technology in this country?
It says a lot about what we're familiar with and what we're not familiar with. We know Apple is an amazing, time-tested company that we all love and rely on and has got an incredible hardware-based business that's proven. Facebook is not a proven quantity. That's really all that it says. And I think, Facebook has the misfortune, they made a lot of money by their IPO, but they had the misfortune of coming out at a really high price, which was assuming all kinds of positive things that they haven't been able to prove.
David Kirkpatrick, great to see you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.